So last night I checked out The Black Phone 2. This is a sequel to the 2022 film, which I rewatched the other night to prepare for the sequel, and I enjoyed it. It's not a great movie, it's not doing anything groundbreaking, but regardless, I think it's got a really decent concept at the forefront. And so when a sequel was announced, I was kind of skeptical. I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to recapture what made the first Black Phone so good. And I'm happy to say, after seeing the sequel, I enjoyed it. I think the sequel of The Black Phone is honestly up to quality of the original, if not maybe a little bit better. Black Phone 2 does everything a sequel should do. It gets bigger and better with the stakes, and I really enjoyed that. I think most of that has to do with the new setting, which is the winter ambiance behind it, and I love that, man. It made the movie so much more eerie, and there was just some really good sequences involving the winter that I think really upped the film for me. The look is great, especially the cinematography I thought was excellent. Some of the VHS 80s style flashbacks in the film I thought was really kind of scary, which it's hard for a horror film to kind of scare you these days. So I got to give major props to this film for actually freaking me out a little bit. The performances from Mason Thames and Madeline McGraw are phenomenal. They were already great in the first film, but here the chemistry is better, and you can tell that they have evolved as actors so much since that first film, and they definitely give more emotional and layered performances for sure than the first film as well. My biggest issue with the film, funny enough, is the pacing. The movie is actually, in my opinion, too short, which is kind of weird considering it's almost 2 hours long, but it feels like a lot of this movie was completely cut out. The grabber himself feels incredibly underutilized. I really wish he got more to do. There's a few great sequences with the grabber, but besides that, he doesn't really serve too much of a purpose with the story. Weirdly enough, I think Mason Thames' Finney Blake is also on the sidelines for this movie. I kind of wish he was in a more bigger role than I think the film ended up putting him in. I liked him in the last film a lot, so it kind of sucks that the movie didn't really capitalize off of his encounter with the grabber and how I think it's really changed him. It does a good bit in the beginning of the film, but as the film goes on, you get less and less of him and more of Gwen. Which I like Gwen. I liked her in the last film, but people who liked Finney in the last film are going to be pretty disappointed at the fact that he's not on screen nearly as much as they want you to think he'll be. So overall, Black Phone 2 does a really good job at amping the stakes of the sequel. I think it's better than the first as of now, but I might change over time because I think this movie's negatives do shine out. But it's one of the best looking horror films of the year, and I highly recommend it. I think it's a blast. If you want a film to go watch this Halloween season in theaters, this is a really good option to go watch. Overall, I'm going to give The Black Phone 2 4 out of 5 stars.